was the best. The one I was obsessed with, girl, you just don't get it. I fall right back with one step, always lead me hell. Can't help it, God, leave us where we left it. Your memory, I don't miss it. Oh, stood running in the air like this. But girl, I'm close as I can get. To a memory I don't mess with. Girl, I was the best with. The one I was obsessed with. Girl, you just don't get it. I fall right back with one step. Always leave me helpless. Don't hate me, I can't help it. Gotta leave us where we left it. Your memory I don't mess with. Red leaves on the river, footprints in the sand. Cold walk in December, warming up your day. From the first studios, this is KLAA, Tioga, Pineville, Alexandria, and worldwide at LA103.com or the LAF, LA 103.5.
And Trojan fans, the Thomas Bachman Show is on the air. Live from Walk-Ons in Alexandria, LA 103.5 presents the Thomas Bachman Show.
I love Alexandria Senior High. I think I have a phenomenal group of core, but what is the goal?
Over in the next hour, we're talking all things as Trojan.
What level do we want to compete at? What do we want to put out there? What's the end goal in mind? And if we talk about competing at the highest level with the very best people, then let's commit to it. Let's commit to it resource-wise. Let's commit to it in every way. Let's commit to it.
And it's all brought to you in part by Walk-Ons, Sadler's Towing, Wallace Iddick, Lower Power Sports.
It's going. You know, you heard the intro. We lost a legend in radio and in life, and Hollywood Harrison, and his passing away earlier this week. And continues to be on our all of our intros and things that we do, and I don't think that you will ever back to the whether it's too hot, it's too cold, or the mosquitoes are out there. But I just know that for a great week, an opening week of district play, we certainly wanted to be outside. So welcome the 23 hours away. So I know you guys are excited. How's the week of practice gone?
I feel like we've had a really good week. Kids have been engaged. You know, they've worked hard. It's been physical at practice. It's been demanding. You know, it's been a grind.
On there, how did that change your week a little bit? And congratulations on a big win and going 5-0 to start the season too. Great job going up there. You get hit right in the mouth right away by a tremendous running back who hits a lot of people in the mouth right away, but recovered and went on to a big victory.
Yeah, no doubt. Thought it was good. I mean, we're
on Friday afternoon, but I got to believe they were back in there for study hall Saturday morning.
Yes, yeah. Attendance was great, and they actually came in at the end. We got in 3:30 that Friday morning. And,
yes, we did. And to hear Coach Ben McLaughlin, who joined us and did a great job on the Louisiana College broadcast with me too. So I appreciate you
loaning. I listened
loaning.
to a little bit of that. I started to text y'all and mess with y'all at times. I said, no, I'm not going to do that. No,
did a great job, but he said, you get in at 3:30 and then it's straight to laundry and getting all of that done. So it wasn't like I went home and went to sleep, but you guys were at it.
Yeah, there's work to be done at the stadium, and as we've talked many times on the show, we've got such a great group that they just roll their sleeves up and go to work. No job too small. Routine. So, whenever we do some of this, whether it's homecoming week, I mean, it's been the same thing for their entire career, or whether it's a trip, obviously the length of the trip is different, but the structure and the flow, other than you're sitting on the bus longer, has not changed for us in the way that we travel. And we do have incredible kids. You were with us the whole time. I thought it was an enjoyable day of just, relaxing, spending time with each other. Right. As we, get closer to 7, you get more and more geared up towards, the task at hand. But I thought the trip was a great trip.
The one thing that stood out to me that non-football related things that are, quite frankly, at the echo of the whistle, things that are afterwards, everybody that we talked to in the restaurant that we went to were bragging on the young men on the team about how, they thought they were in the lunch line because they were all putting their stuff up and taking it and not leaving it out in the trays and the areas for the workers. And even every little part of the trip, it was about leaving it a little better than it was when you got there.
No doubt. I mean, that's something that we try and preach regardless of the place we're going into, or, whether it's the classroom or whether it's whatever you're in, leave it better than you found it. And it's awesome when our kids, take ownership of that and apply it, put it into practice. And, when it comes from the leadership through the years, I can think back to Jack Granger, who's at the Air Force Academy now. And, he was going to be the last one out. He was going to clean the locker room. And, Adiah Jones, he's always one of the last ones out of the cafeteria.
Well, he's the first one to the ball tackler. He gets after it.
He was. And Zach and JC
to the ball runner,
were hanging around and picking up trays and just, being of service. So, I think that goes back to, kind of what we were talking about is the coaching staff. There's no job that's too small for them or that they feel is beneath them. They just, I think that these men set that example. And I think kids are observant, and it's one thing to say it, it's another thing to model it and live it. And I'm proud and fortunate to say that that's what I feel like what our coaching staff does. So it bleeds down to our teams, and then the team leaders are setting that example and living that and modeling, and hopefully that becomes the culture of our program. And when they're gone, there's going to be another group of kids that are going to remember what Jack and Adiah and Jake, all the guys through the years did when it was their turn, rather than to act entitled because you're in a position of leadership. No. It's my job to make sure that we're taking care of the little things. Right. It's I'm not passing that on to the kids at the end of the bench. I take pride in that, and there's nobody more important. Adiah is one of the leaders of the football team and a really good player. So those are encouraging things that are beyond the field.
You talk about the tradition and the culture. We're going to talk a little bit about that when we come back. Of course, this is the Thomas Bachman Show when we are talking Ash and West Monroe. I saw a couple of the alumni have made their way into the house. It's hard to refer to those young guys as alumni, but they certainly are and have led to pave the way to the future generations of Alexandria Senior High School. Going to take our first break of the night. When we come back, we're going to start dissecting a little bit of that West Monroe game, and we're going to play a little interview that we heard last night that, man, it's perfect bulletin board material. Not that you guys look for it or need it, but as the host, I've got to bring it out. We'll do all of that. You're listening to the Thomas Bachman Show right here on LA 103.5.
Your team needs you. You're a fan. You want to be at the top of your fan game, but you need something different. You need fan fuel. At Walk-Ons, we treat every day like game day. We're here all week long feeding fans with delicious, mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine made fresh in our from-scratch kitchen. We've got what it takes to fuel fans and the team to victory. Walk-Ons, it's game day with a taste of Louisiana.
South MacArthur Service Road in Alexandria.
Did you know BK Distributors have the fastest signs in town? They have signs for everything. If you're in need of signs or banners for your political campaign, your business, or just for that family reunion, BK Distributors has it all with outstanding quality, fast turnaround, and the best prices in town. If you've been looking for the right place to handle your signage needs, well, here's your sign. Call Scott today, 318-442-2246, and let him help you. BK Distributors, Highway 28 East in Pineville, behind Arby's.
Lower Power Sports Parts Department has the parts and accessories you need to keep your engines running. With 12,000 square feet and over 100,000 part numbers in stock, we strive to have what you're looking for at the lower price, whether it's blades, bars, batteries, or tires. Our friendly parts associates are here to help in store, over the phone, or online at lowerpowersports.com. Shop local. Pay the lower price at Lower Power Sports on Coliseum Boulevard in Alexandria.
So, your transmission is kaput. Time to get a new or new-to-you vehicle? Wrong. Certified Transmission can fix your transmission problems and preserve your investment in your vehicle. Certified Transmission will also save you the hassle of trying to find a good vehicle that you can afford without a good trade-in, because most car dealers are not going to want to accept your vehicle in trade. So, having Certified Transmission fix your vehicle is the best option of getting back on the road in a vehicle you can trust. Go where you know. Certified Transmission on the Monroe Highway in Ball.
At Whataburger, how do you make something that's already fresh even fresher? By adding fresh new things, like crisp pico de gallo for a little kick, and creamy cilantro lime sauce for that extra whoa, and pepper jack cheese because, of course, all on top of 2 fresh beef patties, or with chicken on a brioche bun. Whataburger's limited time pico de gallo burger and new pico de gallo chicken sandwiches. Good thing for fresh things. Good thing there's Whataburger. Available by dine-in, drive-thru, curbside, and delivery. Delivery available in select locations. Fees may vary.
At Hickson, we're so blessed the awards keep rolling in. 8 President's Awards. We won our 3rd Street J.D. Power & Associates Award for Customer Excellence, and we just received the Car Guru's 2021 Dealer of the Year. Inventory issues have affected all dealers, but rest assured, we're not charging over sticker like the other guys. We give you our best price every time, right away. New vehicle inventories arriving every day, and we have millions of dollars worth of certified pre-owned units prepared by our technicians, and every one comes with our certified 100,000-mile warranty. At Hickson, you pick it out and we'll work it out. In Alexandria or Leesville, or visit us online at hicksonhazard.com.
Live from Walk-Ons on MacArthur Drive in Alexandria, this is the Thomas Bachman Show on LA 3.5.
And we are back to Walk-Ons. A beautiful night. First night that we've been outside tonight, Coach. This is, look, it's perfect weather to be here and expecting the same thing tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's a beautiful night. You know, I heard you saying something about the mosquitoes. My wife told me that they're attracted to, you know, different blood types. I think I've got a good blood type, because not that mosquitoes won't get me, but they don't get me like I hear some people, and they must be getting you. You must have the blood that
I don't know if I've got the bad blood or what it is. Which one of but we have evidently different blood. I don't know. Anyway, that was a little deeper than I was going to get on it, but I like that.
I did hear that. I don't know if there's any truth to that. That, you know, maybe it's O positive, if that's
right.
blood, if that's even the correct blood type that they're attracted to. Who knows?
So, anyway, back to things here. You know, we did see a little
stick to
football. Look, there are things you'll learn on this show that you just don't find any other. You know, we talked before the break a little bit about the alumni and the tradition and all of that, and we had one on Saturday night, make TV, and not like you'd normally think, Coach.
Yeah, my boy Dylan's sitting over there right now. He was in the stands, and he made ESPN. Of course, there's no better kid than Dylan. He's awesome. I saw it and I said, man, that looked like Dylan. I rewound it, and then I filmed it on my phone. Was like here it is. If you want to see it, right here.
All these kids with dreams of being on national TV on a Saturday night,
you better
and there you
believe
have it.
That's
good
boy.
stuff. Look, I'm going to tell you one thing that I have learned that you don't do is mess up on the broadcast. The alumni, the old players of the world, they will get. Oh my, that's.
There he is.
The alumni will roast you harder than anybody else does. Yeah, it's back on. It's back on now. So, anyway, back here to Walk-Ons. But that tradition, knowing that those guys come back around, seeing them on there, Coach, how does it make you feel knowing that it's just generation after generation coming through here doing positive things?
Well, they're our boys. So they're, I guess, our young men, I guess I should say. But, you know, try and tell them no matter where you go in life, no matter what you do. I mean, we're not going to talk every single day, but this is always home. And, you know, when you are home, we want to see you. So, you know, Doze is right there. You know, Dylan, I saw Jermaine was at the stadium tonight watching the 8th grade game there. I guess they're off at Trinity Valley, and he was home. When we played home for homecoming, got a chance to see a bunch of the boys, Cole
right.
and Judd. Hadn't had a chance to see some of them. I know Carlos Rubio just had you know, his ACL repaired. He was sending some pictures to Coach Free of, you know, hope that that's a successful surgery and that he's going to get back out there. But no, there's no better feeling for us than, you know, to watch those kids go off and have success. And then because of the player that they are, I think that it contributes. You know, Dylan is at McNeese now, and McNeese offered Jarvis today, and I think that, when we get a player from our program going to a program and they are, kind of as advertised, and they're tough and they're gritty and they know how to practice and they know how to handle their business. Of course, it takes talent, but I hope it makes them want more of,
right.
Hey, man, that kid knows how to, where did he come from? And, of course, that is not always the case. You have to have ability to go play at the next level, but I do think that it helps, the programs that they come from, that there's a work ethic that has been established, and that they know that they've been through the grind and they're going to know how to practice. So,
the picture that you showed me from, I guess it's 3 or 4 weeks now, again, with Dylan and Jacobin on the field together in the McNeese LSU
cool
game. That's just good stuff.
Pretty cool. Pretty awesome. Makes you extremely proud as one of their former coaches. There's no doubt.
Well, not everybody around the state is happy with the way things are going in Alexandria. A little bit of it, maybe some jealousy. I don't know what really the deal is, but I picked up on this interview last night, and I just want to get your thoughts on it. We're going to try to play this.
Big game and Ash in the same sentence, but West Monroe does have a big opponent on Friday. The Rebels do host the Trojans Friday at 7. Alexandria Senior High ousted West Monroe in the 2020 semifinals. Thomas Bachman, the son of Louisiana coaching legend John Bachman, led Ash to a runner-up finish last season. I asked Jerry Arledge if he spoke to Bachman ahead of Friday's battle.
We have, and he's doing a great job of coaching and great job of recruiting, and it's legal down there in Rapides Parish. They have an open enrollment. As a freshman, you can go into any school you want to go to, and they do a great job of getting those kids in there.
Coach, that's what do you make of that? That was West Monroe head coach Arledge last night on an interview, and it just seems like a lack of respect for what's going on here in Alexandria.
I don't know. I mean, I don't put a whole lot into it, to be honest with you. I mean, I've had it sent to me, and I guess there's a bunch of ways that you can interpret that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's nothing to do with, how we're going to go about our business day in and day out and the job that we're going to try and do. And, it just doesn't have any effect on anything, for us. I have a tremendous amount of respect for what's, been established and done at West Monroe High School and all the things that have been accomplished through the years. My respect level, is as high as it can get, and it will continue to be that way. And, as far as the way that we are going to operate and handle our business here, is, I guess in so many ways I'm extremely proud that, we've built something that people want to be a part of, and I hope that continues. If you want to play football and you live in Central Louisiana and you're in Rapides Parish, and we want to be one of the destinations. The thing that I would say about all that stuff is we're also the top-rated academic institution in Central Louisiana. I think that our theater arts and our band and our extracurriculars, regardless of what it is, our palm line and our cheerleaders and our dance, there's a lot of pride taken in and putting the uniform and putting the colors on. And we want young people to want, and parents that are making decisions about what's best for their kids, we want them to want to be at Ash, because we're going to work our tail off as adults to prepare them so that they can have success. And if that's what's implied, then I take it as a compliment, and I take it as that we've got something going, and I think that's a good thing.
Well, we appreciate you taking those comments. And again, I promised you I'd only ask you about it one time and not going to dive into it anymore until after we're off the air, and then I'll talk to you some about it. But no, I'm not going to let you worry about that. But it is West Monroe. And look, I asked you this last week, and you talk about that streak that's out there for them. None of that matters. Even the semifinal game last year that Ash prevailed in to go to the state championship doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that game up in West Monroe tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's the truth. I mean, we've had a great week of practice, and all the 7 o'clock's going to get here, and all the build up and all the the motivation, and you're not going to turn it on at 7 o'clock if you don't have anything invested. And our kids have a lot of hard work invested. I'm sure their kids have a whole lot, and it's going to be a great Friday night of football. Everything that you want in high school football should be on display tomorrow night, and looking forward to the challenge. I think it's going to be a physical, hard-hitting 2-5A football game, and
well, in this district, too, that's what you expect out of 2-5A. From top to bottom, you've got teams that are just going to bang around with you, and that gets you prepared more for those playoffs. We're going to talk about all of that when we come back. I know we've got a guest in the house. We've got one of the players. I think Joe Bordelon, our left-handed quarterback, is going to make his way in, and so we'll do that right after the break. We'll have a spot. We'll leave you here, and we'll bring Joe in on the end. We're going to do all of that right after the break. You're listening to the Thomas Bachman Show live from Walk-Ons right here on LA 103.5.
You don't have to miss out on your life because of an eye problem. Louisiana Eye and Laser Center can make your life more enjoyable with affordable solutions such as LASIK surgery, glaucoma treatments, cataract treatments. The professionals at Louisiana Eye and Laser Center can help you get more out of the life you're living. You're going to enjoy seeing your loved ones in a way that is comfortable and reliable. Talk to Louisiana Eye and Laser Center at 318-487-2020 or check them out online at laeyeandlasercenter.com.
Security Sporting Goods, proud supporter of all area high school football teams. If you're looking for hunting stuff from ammo to camo, they got it all at Security Sporting Goods. They talking about camo brands like Drake, Bandit, and Nomad, handguns, rifles, shotguns, ammo, knives. Security Sporting Goods, Memorial Drive, Alexandria, proud supporter of area high school football.
At Calvary, we love gathering together, whether it's for Bible study or Sunday worship. We believe the study of God's Word is essential for spiritual growth, and the fellowship helps us experience life together. At Calvary, you're part of a family that is part of a local, regional, and global community. Join us Sunday mornings at 9 and 10:30. We would welcome the opportunity to meet you and give you a place to begin at Calvary, Alexandria. Connect, grow, and begin again.
This is Nikki Chandler, loan officer with First South Farm Credit here in Alexandria. Are you looking for land out in the country to build your dream home? Then you need a lender who specializes in financing rural land. At First South, we've helped so many of our members who wanted to buy that small tract of land away from the city. As your loan officer, I'm there from application all the way to the closing table. Building that relationship is the best part of what we do. If you're thinking of buying or refinancing land, call me, Nikki Chandler, at First South Farm Credit, or visit us at firstsouthland.com. Need a quick tow?
Sadler's Towing meets many of its clients by accident. The first time. The second time, their clients call because of the fair price and great service that they previously received. If you need a tow, light-duty winching, you're locked out of your vehicle, or just need a jump start, Sadler's Towing is ready to handle your situation. Sadler's Towing is available 24/7, including Christmas and New Year's Eve. Put their number in your cell phone today, 447-7235. Again, that's 447-7235. Sadler's Towing, Alexandria, Louisiana.
And then finally, you found it. It's perfect, but you don't know if you can afford it, or what your payment will be, or even if you'll be approved. But at shbnet.com, you can pre-qualify for a loan instantly from Southern Heritage Bank and know your mortgage payment, so that perfect house becomes your perfect house. Visit Southern Heritage Bank at shbnet.com. Southern Heritage Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Live from Walk-Ons on MacArthur Drive in Alexandria, this is the Thomas Bachman Show on LA 103.5.
And we are back live to Walk-Ons. Folks starting to fill the place up. Looking good. Good-looking crowd that's out here. Great to see that on a beautiful Thursday night. And Coach, we've got gunslinging quarterback over there with you, Joe Bordelon, in the house.
No doubt. He's a special
Hang on, let me turn you back up. Where'd you go?
I don't know if I'm on. I still don't hear it in my headset.
There you go. Are you there now?
I don't hear you.
Oh, you don't hear me because you can't hear. But trust me, you're up. Your headphone was down.
No,
that's all.
Joe's pretty special. He's got a confidence about him that's contagious that I think bleeds down to his teammates. It's just pretty special, and the way that he carries himself. That gives our team confidence. I mean, he is a gunslinger. You know, there's no throw that he can't make, and there's no throw that we don't have confidence in him to make. Practice well. He's Coach Mack is
Bachman's on 3. Go ahead, Coach. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Coach Mack's raved about the way that he's just will dive into a game plan and get the information and how much fun he's been to coach. So, we've known Joe's been capable of big things for years and years and years since he was a youngin' over at Brame, slinging it around out there on the field. You could see that there was something special about him, and to be as good as he's been, and to not be out there. I know that times that's been frustrating. As a competitor, you want to be the guy. And, to say waiting his turn, I mean, it's not necessarily waiting his turn, but now that it's his show, he's the guy that's kind of front and center, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, we knew all along the guy that we had taken over. When you lose somebody special like Judd, and there's complete confidence that we were going to be able to keep things going with Joe taking over for Judd.
And indeed, you've done that. The first time, Joe, that I met you and I saw you, Hannah was pointing things out. Hannah, everybody knows Hannah. And it was pointing him out to me. He said, "See that guy?" And I said, "Yeah." "What is he? A junior or senior?" He said, "No, he's an 8th grader." I was like, "Oh my goodness!" And you've grown and matured into that quarterback, that typical or that classic prototypical Ash quarterback, just big, strong arm. Now you throw it from the wrong hand, but it seems to be working out for you, and you've gotten pretty comfortable in that role as QB1.
Yes, sir. The lefty. I think it makes it a little bit more special.
That's right.
You get a lot of people say things are different, but we work on it special, and we're a certain type of person, being left-handed.
I got you. That's look, putting up great numbers, and I know numbers. The only number that really matters to you is that 5 in the win column right now, and working on that 6 that's there next week. But the one thing that I think I've seen the most of is the efficiency in your passing. I'm probably messing up the perfect game like a baseball player, but have yet to throw one to somebody in a different colored jersey this year, and that type of precision. And it's not just short passes. You're going over the top, mid-range passes, seams, everything. Getting all of the throws down, and it seems like you've really taken control of that this year.
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, we work every day at practice. Coach Max really helped us out a lot. He works with us quarterbacks like crazy, and I mean, it's pretty easy to be a quarterback when you sit there behind an O-line that gives you the time in the world, and when you're throwing out to a couple of dudes on the outside, man, it makes it an easier job for you.
Look, it's one of the things you saw in that, a couple of things in that Winona game from Thursday, was able to look at it, and you did a great job of going through your progressions. It looks like first receiver covered, second receiver covered, and a lot of times you'd hit that third receiver that was out there. So you did a great job of working through the progressions.
Oh, yes, sir. Coach Mack teaches that on us pretty hard. That's one of his biggest things is know what you're doing, know why you're not throwing it where, and just go through your read and read it out right.
You had everybody in the press box shocked when you play action, you take that ball in and to the house you go. It gets called back for holding, but they're like, is that Joe running? Because I don't think we'd seen you run all year.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but B keeps me off the legs a lot. He's not too happy about that one, but Coach Ben wasn't either. They're not very happy about the run, but I see the opportunity. Defensive end came around the end, and I was like, hey, I see green grass, so I took off with it.
Well, I mean, he's going to have to win some games for us with his as we get into district play with his legs. We know that. It's just the unnecessary risk. But he's big, strong. Tell a funny story. One of my mentors were in Hoover a couple years ago, right. 7-on-7 tournament, and Joe got to walking by, and Coach said to me, he said, "Hey, that must be one of your linebackers." No, sir, that's our freshman quarterback or whatever. I thought it was great. And, he plays the game with that type mentality too. So Joe definitely has the ability to hold you accountable with his legs. And, we need that added element as we get into district play.
Well, this has absolutely nothing to do with district play, Joe. But is it a requirement to have long hair and to play quarterback at Ash? I mean, that just seems like that's been the case.
I don't think Coach B requires it, but we kind of keep it as a tradition. We see it quarterback by quarterback. Ben and then Judd came around with it, even though he switched it up and went blonde on us. But then we put it back right. Me coming through with and it's just kind of how you roll it around here.
You need your offensive coordinator rolling it that way, too. We need to get Coach Ben to grow his hair out and be one of those dudes, too.
Yeah, I think that's going to be tough when I get Ben to do that.
That's going to be difficult.
Take that up with him.
Indeed. So you talk about your offensive line, and those guys just raved about you when we had JC and we had Zach on there. And I asked them, did they get more out of blocking, for a couple 100-yard performance from Jarvis, or keeping you off your back during the game? And both of them said the same thing. As much as they love run blocking, they got to protect their baby. And I got to believe that's you that they were talking about.
Yeah, them big boys are great, man. It makes it really a dual threat of a team whenever you can have an O-line who can set the run and make gaps for your running back to just run all over people, and then you come through and have time in the pocket to just sit back and go through your stuff and make good, accurate passes, and it just helps you out a lot and makes your team that much better.
We've seen it's just you've got the three guys on the outside that can anybody, one of them are going to be open pretty much every play. Then you're working the ball more to the tight end this year than I think we've ever seen. Shield calls up and complains about that every week. I don't know. But you're working that, and then you've got Jarvis, and Chris Gorham has been solid. Even JT Lindsey with his coming in and running too. Just a wealth of riches on that offensive side.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of options. Guys on the outside, TJ, Dalen. You talk about tight end. Jermaine's really stepped up a lot this year. We noticed it throughout the last year. We know he was a good player, but he put in the work this summer, and he's starting to be one of our best ones to go to. He's probably one of my top ones.
Yeah, and look, it's easy that way, or not easy that way, but there's a lot of attention on TJ. I mean, he's just going to draw attention because of the end of the season, the playoff run that he had, no doubt about it, and the way that he goes up. Had a tremendous job catching the ball with his hands in Winona. Did a great job of bringing the ball in. Question for you, and I need is all honesty right here. Second series of the game, second play, offensive that you're on. You quit looking at him. The pass was intended for Mingo in the slot, wasn't it? It wasn't intended for TJ. Come on, Joe.
Yeah, so the pass was intended for Mingo, but it worked out for the best of us. TJ played it smart. TJ cut the ball off from him and took it to the house, so it worked out great.
How big of an issue was that Crown Field? It looked like throwing downhill. The ball kind of sailed on you a couple of times early until you got adjusted to it.
Yeah, it was tough. It had a big downhill on it, and just had to make adjustments, man. You got to figure out what you're playing on and make it work.
You did. Look, you did that, and as the game progressed, it really, you started tightening that up, throwing more to the seam, and it worked out wonderfully for you, too.
It was wet. It's wet. The balls were wet. I mean, I'm not making it. I mean, we have to play in the environment. We have to play in the conditions are the conditions, but that ball it's hard to throw a soaking wet football, and that led to a couple of them there. Got him, when we actually slowed the game up down a little bit, where we get some tempo, is like, no, let's get a new ball in the game every single time, because no matter how fast you play, a turnover's not worth it. If we get Joe a good ball he can get a grip on, we're going to be able to rip it around tonight. So that was one of the adjustments we made. Rather than try and play with tempo, let's just get a fresh ball in the game every single time.
It seems like you're playing with a lot more confidence. Even the pass that you made, I guess the play action where you turn around and you got TJ going into the end zone and you hit him over there for his second touchdown of the game. And watching the film, you had a pretty good little fist bump at the end of that, just like, what? Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, I mean, it gets exciting, man. We work on plays, and I mean, it was a tough throw. TJ's a big body in the end zone, and we really like him in the red zone. You put it up to him, and he's gonna come down with it, and just rolling out, making a play to him, seeing our receiver, and putting it to a spot where he can make a play on it.
Stick around. We're going to take a break. I've got a couple of more questions for you, if that's okay, before you get out of here. We're going to take one more break. We've got two more. But anyway, this is the Thomas Bachman Show. We are live from Walk-Ons. Come out and join us here. It is the Thomas Bachman Show on LA 103.5.
Welcome to Whataburger. Customization is what we've always done.
You want mustard and mayo? You want ketchup? We'll make it how you like it.
When you customize your own burger, you can put your personality in it.
This is my Whataburger. With mayonnaise, ketchup, all the vegetables, no cheese.
We customize orders 24 hours a day.
Everybody wants it just like they like it. When you can make it your own, that always enhances that experience for you.
However you want it, I got you. Here at Whataburger, we make it just like you like it, whenever you like it.
This is Thais. loan officer with First South Farm Credit here in Alexandria. Are you in the market for land? Whether it's for hunting, recreation, or a timber tract, you need a lender with experience in financing rural real estate. At First South, we understand what it means to own your own piece of land, whether it's a hunting camp or just a place to get away on the weekends. The best part of my job is seeing our members realize their dream of land ownership. If you're thinking of buying or refinancing land, call me, Ty Easton, at First South Farm Credit or visit us at firstsouthland.com.
Lower Power Sports Parts Department has the parts and accessories you need to keep your engines running. With 12,000 square feet and over 100,000 part numbers in stock, we strive to have what you're looking for at the lower price, whether it's blades, bars, batteries, or tires. Our friendly parts associates are here to help in store, over the phone, or online at lowerpowersports.com. Shop local. Pay the lower price at Lower Power Sports on Coliseum Boulevard in Alexandria.
So, your transmission is kaput. Time to get a new or new-to-you vehicle? Wrong. Certified Transmission can fix your transmission problems and preserve your investment in your vehicle. Certified Transmission will also save you the hassle of trying to find a good vehicle that you can afford without a good trade-in, because most car dealers are not going to want to accept your vehicle in trade. So, having Certified Transmission fix your vehicle is the best option of getting back on the road in a vehicle you can trust. Go where you know. Certified Transmission on the Monroe Highway in Ball.
Mom, Dad, the magician's here. Magician?
Oh, yeah. Honey, the magician's here.
Oh, right. Can I go watch? Sure.
Hi, Jimmy. Are you ready?
Boy, am I.
Okay. See that dirt, grime, and residue?
Yep.
Now you see it? Now you don't.
Wow, amazing.
Senla Power Wash. We offer house washing, shingle roof washing, and commercial washing services. Call 318-446-0838.
Ma'am, the doctor will see you now.
I can't see the doctor.
No, the doctor's right here. He's ready to see.
No. You don't understand. Are you hearing me? I'm telling you, I can't see the doctor.
Don't let it come to this.
Louisiana Eye and Laser Center. Come visit us at one of our 13 locations or look us up online.
Live from Walk-Ons on MacArthur Drive in Alexandria, this is the Thomas Bachman 103.5.
And we are back to Walk-Ons. Great crowd out here tonight. Food starting to make its way out. That empty plate can only be Cuvier's, because he eats at 5 o'clock when he gets here. I don't know. He's quick to do that. Sitting with Coach Thomas Bachman and quarterback Joe Bordelon. And Joe, looking at film and looking at tape, there's an intensity level that West Monroe's defense brings, and they come from a lot of places. That big number 34 out of the end spot over there is really solid. What do you guys do to neutralize some of that pressure?
I think we just prepare how we have every week. I mean, we go through a hard week of practice. We prepare, and we're just gonna go out Friday night and do what we do to everybody, and that's dominate. And we're going to look at the guy across the other side of the ball and play our game, and we're going to beat you. There's
a confidence level from everybody that I've talked to this year, from the run from last year, and you were part of that team last year, of course. How does that confidence level spill over? Because you go up to a place that, quite frankly, a lot of teams all over the state go into, and there's that intimidation factor. And I don't believe you guys get off the bus intimidated by anybody.
Nobody's ever scared us, man. We play our own brand of football, and that's our own thing. We get coached by, Coach B tells us every day. He was like we play our brand. It doesn't matter the team we play against. We're working on our football, and I think that's the main thing for us. There's nothing to be worried about. If we do what we know how to do and play our game, then I think we're going to come out victorious.
And that's what we like to hear. And one of the things that it looks like Coach McLaughlin has done, and he in his second year seems to be a little more confident in what he's doing. He was amazing last year, but it seems like he's bringing out things this year that we didn't see, and that attributes to the confidence that he has in you and the ability to run that offense.
Yes, sir. Coach Mack, he works probably as hard as any coach we have around there. He's in the field. He's drawing up plays on the board, showing us. We go to his class and look at plays throughout the day and just working on new things, trying to see what will work here and there. And Coach Ben just does a great job of game planning and do what we can do best.
Is there anything he ever brings out and you're like, Coach, I don't know if we can pull that off?
Never. I trust in Coach Mack. I know. I mean, he's the best of the best. If he's going to call something, he knows what it's for, and he knows it's going to work.
All right, here's a play that I've been talking to Coach Bachman about. No, I'm not. I can't give that away because tomorrow night might be the night.
He's such a good teacher.
Right. And that's the thing. You saw that we spent some time with him in the booth Saturday at the Louisiana College game. Coach Mack came up there and did the color analyst for us, and just listening to him, he said, watch this. This is going to happen, and that's going to happen. And it sounded like those times when Tony Romo was doing it, and he'd call the play every single time before it was happening. I was like, Coach, it's just amazing. Soft-spoken when he's away from it, and he just goes about his business. And, man, it's a great mix between the offense you have, the offensive coordinator, the line coaches, the running back coaches, everybody that you've got, and Coach Bachman. It's just a great group that's over there at Alexandria Senior High.
Yeah, it's a great environment that you're in. You know that every day you come to practice that you're going to be coached hard no matter what. You're going to learn new things every day that you didn't know before. You're going to be corrected, and you're going to have to take that in. The coaches know what they're talking about. They're going to teach you right, and you just got to be willing to be able to take that and learn from the coaching and get better.
Does the defense ever take it easy on you guys during the week at practice?
Never. They actually talking to Maury yesterday. He got him mad. He doesn't like it whenever the play's over and they can't hit me in my yellow jersey and I take off running. And he goes, "It makes me mad. I see your little hair blowing in the wind and you just think you're free roaming around here."
And you know that, and you are. So
that's great. Yeah, that's right. Do not touch the quarterback in practice.
Don't touch him. But I've seen you just get in there and block and battle. And I mean, it's not the quarterback and 10 guys going to work. It's all 11 of you, and then you're rotating in. The packages that you guys bring out, it's a well-oiled machine, and what a perfect person to be up at the helm of it. Been very pleased with watching you play and progress this season.
Yes, sir.
Sitting here with Joe Bordelon, quarterback for the Trojans this year, and just doing a fantastic job, albeit left-handed. Well, what do you do? No, I take that back. I'm going to get hate mail from all these left-handed people. I say that, but I've talked about the efficiency that Joe has on there, always putting the ball. You hear that cliche, every throw. And I'm seeing that, whether it's out to the side that you're rolling, whether it's stopping and working your progressions the other seam, whether it's going deep down the field, all of the throws seem to be there.
Yeah, I mean, guys just get open, and guys are open, and you no matter where you put it, they're going to make a play on it. Like I said, the guys that we have on the outsides, they're dudes out there. And
right.
I know majority of the time when I put a ball out there, no matter if it's good, bad, on point or not, that they're going to go and make a play on it.
Talked about the fist pump on the one when you hit TJ on there. Go back and looking at the film too. I've seen just pure disgust out of you when you miss one of those throws when a guy's open. You're hard on yourself on those things.
We hate it, man. You got to be hard on yourself, and it just makes you a better person overall. It makes you a better player, and I hate missing. I hate when guys are open and you have the opportunity to go and put it down on someone and you just miss. It's not a good feeling for you. You want to be perfect, and sometimes you can't, but just overall you got to be hard on yourself.
Well, don't tuck it away and run. That's
no. Well, I mean, look, we're going to use his legs.
Right.
I mean, that's we're going to play to win, and there's a whole lot of season left, but. He's a big, strong kid. I mean, he, some quarterback design runs are a part of what we do. And you get into a ball game like this tomorrow night, and you can get it. It makes the defense account for all 11 people when, you can empty out and still have to be accountable for the quarterback running the football. And Joe has the ability to run the football. He showed that in the game.
Yep.
Last home game where he pulled balls, 40, 50, whatever it was. I mean, he's an athlete. He's a big athlete. We want to be smart with the decisions that we make, but we don't want Joe out there being careful. We want Joe out there playing football, and quarterback design runs are a part of what we do offensively.
Just letting Joe be Joe. Big thanks, Joe, for sitting in with us on a couple of segments on there. You look like you have learned a lot from the tutelage of Coach Mack, Coach Bachman, of course the influence of Judd that's on you on a daily basis. Just don't learn that thing when you're off and running to the house. Yeah, keep that one.
I couldn't do that one like Judd anyways. Judd's got the speed on him. He just gets off and he can do that, but it was a great thing playing with Judd. Coach Bachman's told him the story a couple of times, but you wake up in the morning on game day throughout the week, and Monday you'll get a text from him. hey, get ready for the week, man. And then Tuesday, and then as the week progresses, you get to that morning, and then the next morning you wake up and be like, oh, it's game day. And you wake up, you get that text from Judd, and it's just like, let's go, man, let's go. And it just makes the day get started with a great way.
Well, again, we appreciate you sitting in with us. Joe Bordelon, quarterback junior for the Ash Trojans, looking for a big night tomorrow night as the Trojans travel up to West Monroe. Going to take our final break of the night. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit of that West Monroe game, some of the travel things that you guys going on, some of the tailgating stuff that's going on, and just the great community support. We're going to jam that all into our final segment. We'll do that right when we come back. We're live at Walk-Ons on LA 103.5.
Mom, Dad, the magician's here. Magician?
Oh, yeah. Honey, the magician's here.
Oh, right. Can I go watch? Sure.
Hi, Timmy. Are you ready?
Boy, am I.
Okay. See that dirt, grime, and residue?
Yep.
Now you see it? Now you don't.
Wow, amazing.
Fenla Power Wash. We offer house washing, shingle roof washing, and commercial washing services. Call 318-446-0838.
Did you know BK Distributors have the fastest signs in town? They have signs for everything. If you're in need of signs or banners for your political campaign, your business, or just for that family reunion, BK Distributors has it all with outstanding quality, fast turnaround, and the best prices in town. If you've been looking for the right place to handle your signage needs, well, here's your sign. Call Scott today, 318-442-2246, and let him help you. BK Distributors, Highway 28 East in Pineville, behind Arby's.
Need a quick tow?
Sadler's Towing meets many of its clients by accident. The first time. The second time, their clients call because of the fair price and great service that they previously received. If you need a tow, light-duty winching, you're locked out of your vehicle, or just need a jump start, Sadler's Towing is ready to handle your situation. Sadler's Towing is available 24/7, including Christmas and New Year's Eve. Put their number in your cell phone today. 447-7235. Again, that's 447-7235. Sadler's Towing, Alexandria, Louisiana.
This is Nikki Chandler, loan officer with First South Farm Credit here in Alexandria. Are you looking for land out in the country to build your dream home? Then you need a lender who specializes in financing rural land. At First South, we've helped so many of our members who wanted to buy that small tract of land away from the city. As your loan officer, I'm there from application all the way to the closing table. Building that relationship is the best part of what we do. If you're thinking of buying or refinancing land, call me, Nikki Chandler, at First South Farm Credit, or visit us at firstsouthland.com.
If you haven't tried Rosie Joe's in Alexandria, then where you at? They have an incredible menu with so many options. Handmade hamburgers, po' boys, Philly cheesesteaks, crawfish or shrimp bacon, gumbos, and much more. Have you tried the new Cajun chicken nachos? Oh, yeah, it's as delicious as it sounds. Rosie Joe's is open 7 days a week, and happy hour is weekdays from 2 to 5. They can cater any event, too. Rosie Joe's. Follow them on Facebook or call them at 318-442-8245. If you try them once, be ready to become a regular. Security Sporting Goods, proud supporter of all area high school football teams. If you're looking for hunting stuff from ammo to camo, they got it all at Security Sporting Goods. They talking about camo brands like Drake, Bandit, and Nomad, handguns, rifles, shotguns, ammo, knives. Security Sporting Goods, Memorial Drive, Alexandria. Proud supporter of area high school football. Live from Walk-Ons on MacArthur Drive in Alexandria, this is the Thomas Bachman Show on LA 103.5.
You know, Coach, in theory, outside was great, and we've got a great crowd that's out here tonight, too. Awesome to see all of these Trojan fans that are here and hanging out. Some of the coaches are here having a good time. The families, these coaches now that you know, the families are out with them. And it's just, it's community, and we've talked about that. And I think they're setting up something to go up there and set up and tailgate in West Monroe, too. So the following that you've built up, the community is great.
It's been awesome. It's awesome to be a part of. Yes, I know they're planning some stuff. To be honest with you, I don't know all the details. Right. I mean, we're gonna pull out, you know, between 2:30 and 3. Try and get there right around 4:45, 5. Enough time to, you know, stretch your legs, dress, tape, get it on, pregame warm-ups, play. You know, don't want to go spend all day we want to spend it at our school and, you know, where we're comfortable being. Get dressed. Go get on the field and play.
Health-wise, last week, Didn't see a lot of Jarvis in the second half. How's he doing?
Yeah, he's fine. He had a good week. Looked great today, running around. No, he's fine. Just, cautious at times, with some different stuff. But, no, he's good. He's ready to roll.
All right, so you guys all get together and watch the film. Tell me about that kickoff return to open up the third quarter that JT takes. Flashes of brilliance running around doing this, and what happened with hitting the official?
I guess he just cut back, and official was right there, and ran into him. I know it wasn't on purpose.
No,
he was trying to score. I mean, he's going to be a really good.
He scores if he doesn't hit that official. Yeah, he's off.
He scores if he doesn't hit the official. Yeah, he's going to be a really good one. There's a bunch in this freshman class that we really like that just need to continue to work. I know it's frustrating. I mean, as a freshman, they come from junior high and they're used to playing, and we dress a lot of them. I mean, I don't know how many freshmen have seen action on Friday night this year and trying to get them that experience. And, if you can play, you can play. I don't care what grade you're in.
And they're getting meaningful experience, too. It's not in just games that are out of hand. They're in there at crucial situations.
Yeah, well, not going to put you out there if you're not ready for it. I mean,
right.
That's the whole thing. You got to be ready for it, and, there's a certain level of maturity that comes with that. And, situation does dictate a little bit of it. But, if you can play, you can play. And we're going to throw you out there. And
at the end of that play, too, you saw from the end zone angle of it from the film that official slammed the ground.
Yeah,
he was aggravated that he was in the wrong spot or whatever, or got in the wrong spot because of the cut that JT had made.
It was a great experience, and I know we're talking about the officials interacting with them was great pregame.
Well, you get some that
on the sideline was great. The host and their community and the way that they welcomed and
got to meet their assistant,
so hospitable to us.
Their athletic director,
just a great place, and wish them well.
Yeah, what a great group! And look, great opportunity at going 9-1 on the season and making a big run in the playoffs is that Winona Tigers team.
Pulling for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So one thing that we're pulling for is a big game. Coach, weather's supposed to be good. We've talked about all of it. I think that we can throughout the night. Health is there. Did you see anything in that Neville West Monroe tape? Because I know you guys watched that too, that you say, you know what? All right, I like this.
Yes and no. I mean,
nothing you're going to tell me tonight.
Well, we watch every tape. We try and watch it all, and our coaching staff really puts in the time to study and try and know our opponent as well as we can. I'm sure there'll be wrinkles. They're coaching too. They're watching their own film, and going to get into it, and it's going to be a great thing. So yeah, I'm sure that there's every film we're gathering information, and
looks like 7 is their guy. That's
7's really good. I mean, he's a tailback that can score. I mean, they've split him out and thrown him the ball, and they've got a lot. Very experienced offensive line, very experienced in the linebacker and secondary. There's some experience across the front. I mean, I said this early in the week. There's a lot of new faces, but there's a lot of the same faces for our team and their team.
Right.
And been in big ball games, and it's going to be a great night. I mean, it's going to be a competitive 2-5A football game. Probably
the most aggressive defensive line that I've watched this year. Is that fair? Those guys when they
big, athletic. I mean, it's another West Monroe defensive front. I mean, it's names change. But level of play and things they're taught remains consistent now for a long time there, and be a challenge and one that I think our kids are looking forward to.
This is, I guess, a difficult question on the outside of it because you're looking back at 5-0, but looking back over the first half of the year, the first 5 ball games, again, only 5 because the jamboree got wiped out, the scrimmage got wiped out. So you guys practically went from the inter squad to week 1. Looking back, grade that first half of the season for me.
We're improving. To grade it, I mean, I guess at the end of it, we've won the games. I mean, hadn't played perfect in any of them, but we've played well enough to win. And the kids are getting better on a daily basis, and the practice field is so important, and we're going to continue to improve throughout district play from week to week. And as long as the kids take that approach, I like our chances of putting a ball down and competing with anybody that we have to compete with. Now, when you get to that, you got to make plays and you got to do the things. And the margin for error in these highly competitive games is one play here and one play there, and that part's going to be what it is. You just want to be in the game. You want to be competitive and know that you have a chance. If you play well and you make the plays, then there's a chance to go win them all. And I certainly feel that way, and I think our kids feel that way. But we have to go do it.
Right.
That's the whole thing. And I guess we're getting awfully close.
We are getting close. Got a couple of minutes left in this one, and I just want to talk about the. In the past, they've walked up there and guys have looked around and they've seen the big scoreboard or the big, I guess, the advertisement that's back in the back that talks about the district or the state championships that they had, the big jumbotron, and have struggled getting off of the bus and have played great from the second half on. I don't think I see that in this team. I think they're up there as confident as any team. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, all the way to 15. Doesn't look like there's an opportunity where they're getting off the bus in awe of anything that they're in.
No, I don't think that'll be the case. I think they're looking forward to competing. It comes down to execution.
Right.
All the stuff on the exterior, that the hype of the game, and district win streaks, and I'm sure that's great, but eventually all that's going to be, you're going to get out there and you're going to start competing, and you can't tell me that that's what we're going to be thinking about in the middle. You got to go do what you've done every day, a
right.
pregame speech or some of that stuff. It's important, don't get me wrong. The motivation is important, but it can be overblown. If you think you're going to motivate a group of kids on Friday night that hadn't been busting their tail all week, and
they're going to get beat,
you're going to come up with
right.
something miraculous, that's going to last about 5 plays. If it's not what you do
right.
day in and day out, you're deceiving yourself if you think this is about a scoreboard or a jumbotron or
right.
a pregame speech or something. You revert back to what your daily habits are, and if you're grinding it out every single day and you're tough every single day and you're giving great effort every single day, then you feel confident that that's what you're going to go do on Friday night. And I do feel that about our kids. Our kids are grinding it out on a day in and day out basis and learning to play with effort and physical and tough. And there's going to, we've been challenged. Look, it's going to be physical. Your body's going to feel bad.
Right.
Let's go. Get up and play the next play.
Well, that's what it looks like a lot of these young men live for, getting out there and just banging around. That's going to wrap things up. Finally going to have a game tomorrow night that doesn't look like it's going to be affected by weather or elements or a wet field or any of that. Should be a great night. Look, we end our broadcast every time by saying, look, don't listen to it on the radio. Don't watch it. Go up, travel, get these guys, tailgate with them before the game. Go experience this. They need the support on the road just like they do when it's at home. So get up there and see those guys play tomorrow night. But if you can't make it, pregame will start at 6:30. We'll start the kickoff at 7 o'clock. We'll have a lot of great information, maybe some things that Coach Bachman wouldn't share tonight that he will tomorrow on our pregame show. It's been a wonderful time out here at Walk-Ons. Coach, thank you for opening yourself up to our show. As always, we thank you for that. And bringing Joe out and all these coaches and everybody with him.
I love being here with you. It's awesome, man. You're incredible. Appreciate you.
Well,
you're a huge part of this. You need to understand. I say that off air, and I'm gonna say it on air. You're a huge part of, of what we do and the promotion of our kids and our program. And from me, I couldn't be more appreciative of how hard you work to. And your team, how hard y'all work to promote what we have going on at our school and our program. So,
well, it's well received, and we appreciate that, Coach. We really do. Anything to get these kids a little bit more experience of their high school days, we're certainly going to do that. For Coach Thomas Bachman, my executive producer Chuck Perkins, who has been battling up there to keep us on the air, it's great work there. Denny back in the studio, thank you very much for everything that you do. Again, just want to end this. God bless you, Hollywood, and we love you, brother, and miss you. This has been the Thomas Bachman Show on LA 103.5.
This has been the Thomas Bachman Show, presented by Walk-Ons, and also brought to you by